In the world today, protecting a country's borders is vital.
It is seen as a gateway to the UK.
These are the men and women in uniform responsible for safeguarding Ireland's borders. Stopping.
Look at me, behind the yellow line.
Searching.
Have you been stopped at a checkpoint before?
We just listened to me.
And seizing drugs, arms and illegal goods.
If anyone tries to harm me, that dog will tear them to shreds.
Saving lives.
I'd say about 200 kilometres per hour.
And protecting Ireland's inhabitants and millions of visiting tourists.
You could have been here 100 times. It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get in the 101st time.
They police the ports.
But you have to make sure there's definitely nobody underneath the vehicle.
The airports.
Why did you tell me you weren't working?
And the roads.
These are very badly damaged straps.
If you can't drive the truck, shouldn't be on the road.
These are the Border Interceptors. Coming up. The Garda Traffic Corps are in hot pursuit of a stolen vehicle.
Permission to use Stinger if we get in a safe position, please.
Illegal immigrants make a run for it. Can port security catch them before they cross the border? And at Cork Airport, there's an Interpol alert.
Sistema Interpol y hit.
Over 2.3 million passengers pass through the doors of Cork Airport every year. And every single one of them must pass through passport and immigration. On the desk today are officers Noel Maxwell and James Ahern. Their job is to spot anyone acting suspiciously or trying to enter the country illegally.
Your travel document. Border control entails the vetting of EU persons and non-EU persons. See that they're suitable for entering the state. You living in Ireland?
Hello. This is border control, so by arriving here, they are scrutinised as though it could be their first point of entry into the EU.
In 2017, nearly 500,000 people were denied entry to EU countries by border guards.
We are high up there in human rights stakes.
It is seen as a gateway to the UK.
We have an economy that is back on track after a recession, and working and living conditions here are of quite a high standard.
I suppose the main thing with border control policing is experience. Off the phone, take your card, stand behind the yellow line. Excuse me, hello, look at me, behind the yellow line. All right, very good. You are watching, you are listening, and you're carefully scrutinising people as they're coming towards you in the lines and the queues, and then you're following that up with questions and scanning of documentation.
At an international airport like Cork, immigration officers must face people from all over the world.
Why did you tell me you weren't working?
Because I don't understand your question.
There are occasions where people may want to use the fact that they are not fluent in English. That creates a problem.
A woman has just flown in from Spain and is at Officer Maxwell's desk. And there's a problem with her EU identity card. The card has had a hit on the Interpol database. 30 million travel documents are reported lost or stolen across Europe every year. Counterfeit and stolen documents are a key factor in international terrorism, with criminals paying up to 10,000 euros for them on the black market. Back at Cork Airport, with the woman's limited English, it's tough going for Officer Maxwell. Good job his colleague James Ahern speaks Spanish.
¿Tienes pasaporte?
No, no traigo pasaporte, o sea, ni me he molestado en sacarme el pasaporte.
Aquí tenemos sistema Interpol y HIT. ¿Perdiste esta carta?
¿Que si la perdí?
Sí.
No, la perdí
¿Seguro?
hace tiempo y me la volví a sacar. De hecho, tiene súper poco tiempo.
Yeah, she said she lost it for a short while.
According to her, she reported her ID card stolen, but has since found it. She says she thought she could still use it for travel. As her card's been flagged by Interpol, the guards need to make sure she is who she says she is. All the woman can do now is wait. Car crime in Ireland is big business. Using the busy seaport at Dublin, criminals are able to steal cars to order and have them out of the country in a matter of hours. Operation Waste was set up to combat the gangs involved. Since 2015, it's estimated that over €3 million worth of stolen cars have been recovered. Garda traffic officers Damien Duffy and John Caitlin are working to patrol and secure the Irish borders in the never-ending fight against crime.
We have a great emphasis on policing the port for a number of reasons. It's a point of entry and exit into the state. We have to keep our eye on people and goods coming and going that shouldn't be. There's an awful lot of very high-spec, very high-value cars being taken. Very often the keys will have been fished outside of the letterbox. That could happen in the early hours of the morning. And by 6 a.m, those cars are in containers, they're on boats, they're on ships, and they're leaving the country for destinations in Africa and Eastern Europe.
It's not long before a call comes over the radio.
Approaching clear at the moment, blue Audi A6.
It's exactly the type of vehicle that is smuggled across the border overnight. They head to intercept.
Control from Tango Bravo 101, permission to use Stinger if we get in a safe position, please.
Too many cars.
It's too dangerous for the Stinger.
No, we've been told not to use it because it's a motorway. There's too many live lanes of traffic, it's not safe. I'd say reverse, chap, because...
So the officers lie in wait for the stolen car.
Here he comes now, full speed.
Oh, lovely Audi.
Oh, Ford Focus.
Oh, the RS. Oh. What's your look? Follow on. Oh, I'd say about 200 kilometers per hour.
The stolen Audi disappears fast into the distance. There's no way these boys in their standard issue patrol car are going to keep up.
My God. That's some speed, isn't it, guys? It's absolutely scary.
Luckily, several colleagues in more high-powered vehicles are already hot on its tail.
Straight through the roundabout. Abandon.
Officers Duffy and Caitlin follow close behind, ready to offer backup at any moment.
Statement has been taken.
Amazing. That is a brilliant result.
The vehicle that was being pursued all the way from Laois has just been brought to a conclusion. The driver has been arrested now as well. It turns out that the vehicle in question had been stolen with keys from a house in the Midlands. It's a Audi A6, nice car now. Half it in the wall.
He was going, God only knows what speed he was doing, way above any of the capacity of most of the patrol cars in our fleet. The risks are massive. They're absolutely massive. See the two cars here, either side of the marked patrol car in the roundabout? They're the cream of the crop, high-performance pursuit vehicles. If it wasn't for them two, there'd be no conclusion tonight.
So we have a vehicle that was stolen, recovered, minor damage, and we have one prisoner in custody, and most importantly, nobody was hurt. So it was a good result.
If it wasn't for the Garda Traffic Corps, the stolen Audi would have been across the border and out of the country by morning. Dublin Port covers over 600 acres and handles over 100,000 haulage vehicles a year, making protecting it no mean feat. Activity at the port never stops, and the site is monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by a network of CCTV cameras. In the control room, security officers Dermot Weldon and Paddy Rooney are viewing live feeds from the system.
Oh, there, the lad are working there. Control to Alpha 3.
They are on the front line in the battle against illegal immigrants who stop at nothing to try and make it across the border. And tonight is no exception. Having emerged from under a newly arrived truck, these people may believe they are home and dry, but their every move is now under surveillance. There's nowhere to run. In 2017, more than 10 people every 24 hours were stopped, refused entry, and deported out of the country. Coordinating a ground team into position, port security and the Garda are ready and waiting to spring their trap. After a long and dangerous journey, their attempt to enter the country has ended in capture. Tonight, this border is secure. Back at Cork Airport, a Spanish passenger is stuck airside. She's travelling on an ID card that's been flagged by Interpol as stolen.
Aquí tenemos sistema Interpol y HIT.
Finally, she's able to produce a Spanish driving license. Now the guards must decide if the woman is who she says she is. It's entirely down to Officer Maxwell to decide if the woman should be allowed to enter Ireland.
Okay?
Sí,
Yeah.
todo.
He reviews her paperwork and is satisfied. The woman is permitted to enter the country.
Okay, this is your driver's license. This is a letter explaining. Right, I don't know your English. Your English college will have to explain.
Dentro de 2 meses sí.
Yeah.
Tenemos que llevarte tarjeta, ¿ok?
El DNI.
Sí.
I must keep this, okay, because of this.
Vale. Bueno, gracias.
Gracias.
Hasta luego. Hasta luego.
She said that she had lost her card and obviously had reported it lost or stolen and then had found it again and now was reusing it. So it comes up as a hit on the system. So we're obliged then to act on that. She had her Spanish driver's license with her, so I was happy with her identity and that, and she's here for a specific reason in the country. So she'll have to go to our embassy and get a new travel document issued.
There are approximately 350,000 goods vehicles on the road in Ireland, travelling between the borders and from coastal ports to airports. It's the job of the Road Safety Authority, working with the police to enforce the rules that keep vehicles safe on Irish roads.
Brake pad indicator light on as well, like. Okay, so, yeah.
Today, Garda officer Liam Lawler is part of an RSA checkpoint in Carlow. Officer Lawler has pulled over a truck and is immediately concerned by what he sees.
The truck is fully loaded at the moment. Here at the back there's kegs, they're full, quite heavy actually, and there are other products on top of products here on the top, on the pallets. So you have a pallet of goods, then you have other products and other products on top of that again. So you have an unstable load. There's nothing holding this load here. The curtains are purely to keep the weather away from the product. This could be very dangerous if the load was to shift on a bend or on a roundabout or a sudden stop. It wouldn't be right to let them continue knowing that it is not a safe load.
Officer Lawler calls the truck owner to voice his concerns.
When we open the curtains on this, there are no gates or any form of load securing on it at all. A little bit disappointed that it's like this because, you know, anything can come through the curtains. They're purely a weather curtain, you know. We can't let them continue with the truck the way it is at the moment.
Driving with an unsecured load could mean 3 penalty points and a fine of up to €5,000 for the driver. Officer Lawler tells them that unless they can rectify the situation, the truck is going nowhere. It's not long before a van arrives carrying a set of gates for the beer truck. Officer Lawler supervises as they are fitted.
And I can tell you now,
Why these were not put on before the truck left its depot is anyone's guess.
these are the gates that already obviously have been made for. They weren't made in the last hour since we stopped the truck. So they obviously have been made already and just hadn't been fitted. This changes this load completely. Obviously, with these cages, nothing can break free.
This time, the driver is sent on his way with just a warning, and a potentially lethal situation has been averted.
He had kegs of beer, he had crates of beer, and For one of those kegs to come off and to hit or to damage or to go through the windscreen of a car could have catastrophic effects, really.
Car and commercial vehicle smuggling is a major organised crime within Ireland. Knocked-off vehicles are traded on the black market, with cars either used for crime or specific models stolen to order.
There's an awful lot of very high-spec, very high-value cars being taken. That could happen in the early hours of the morning. And by 6 a.m, those cars are in containers, they're on boats, they're on ships, and they're leaving the country for destinations in Africa and Eastern Europe.
Dublin Port handles around 400,000 shipping containers and trailers each year. Brand new vehicles are shipped in and out of the port daily, and it's while they're stored on site that opportunists strike. But getting the vehicles out of the country requires getting them past port security. On ground patrol, Security Officer Dermot Weldon is called to the Port Secure Truck compound, where new vehicles are stored, awaiting collection. A man has handed over paperwork claiming it allows him to take a truck. But Dermot is not convinced and has called in colleague Paddy Rooney to take a look.
And that guy taking out that
They decide they need to question the man further.
Now, should have been there in the first place.
With nothing to prove that the truck should be released to him, the officers need to work out if this is another case of vehicle theft.
This gentleman has a small little docket. But the problem that we have here at the moment is he could have collected that docket inside for a load, then came over here hoping to get a €90,000 truck out of here.
Making the wrong decision will allow the driver to take €90,000 worth of truck out from under their noses.
He's not collecting a 40-foot unit. He's collecting a brand new cab unit, 90,000 worth. So you come along on Monday morning, man comes down and looking for his cab unit, and it's gone.
The man still insists he's supposed to be picking up the truck.
The gentleman has a parcel that they use for...
Paddy radios through to the security office to see if there's anything that might prove the truck can be released. But without the paperwork, it's bad news for the guy.
No, it's not allowed, especially a new truck.
Paddy and Dermot have stuck to their guns. This truck is going nowhere. Dublin's busy port is located 20 minutes drive away from its international airport. These two key destinations require frequent freight deliveries transported between them. HGVs now use Dublin Port Tunnel. At 4.5 kilometres long, it easily connects the two locations, avoiding the city centre and shaving time off their journeys. The trucks are picking up jet fuel from ships docking at the port and transporting it to the airport to refuel planes. Carrying highly explosive loads through underground tunnels requires skilled drivers to drive extremely carefully, as tunnel fires can be catastrophic. Patrolling in and around the tunnel today are Garda traffic officers Philip Earle and Paddy McElroy. Travelling in an unmarked car has its advantages.
We're being flashed by the car behind. We're doing 8.
What they're witnessing now is a cause for major alarm. Heading for the airport, this driver appears to be in a hurry. Trucks travelling over 80 kilometres per hour require at least 100 metres to stop safely.
Here we go, it's down for now.
Speeding in a confined space and carrying explosive material, there's only one guaranteed response. This driver has been caught fair and square, and by the one cop he doesn't want to meet.
That's some disgraceful driving. I'll introduce myself. My name's Garda Philip Earle. I'm attached to regional traffic base at Dublin Castle on the commercial vehicle unit. So in other words, the man who does the trucks. So we can stop all that carry on now. If you can't drive the truck, shouldn't be on the road.
I'm well able to drive the truck.
Well, that's not what I'm after seeing back there. I'm after seeing you within 10 feet of a vehicle, flashing your lights. You're aware what happens when you crash one of those in a tunnel?
Very much so.
And that's the way we drive.
Well, I'm standing on the brakes. I'm actually standing on the brakes.
So you're telling me you can't control the vehicle?
Oh, we can control, that's how we...
Well, it didn't look like it. If this is the excuse you're telling me.
We could have been an old lady driving in front of him, or a vulnerable road user, where they could have panicked at that sort of situation, where they see a large truck coming up behind them. They could either change lanes, cause another vehicle to brake unnecessarily, or there's any sort of different scenarios that can unfold as part of an aggressive driver like this.
He's basically saying that he couldn't slow down the truck enough. I mean, it's incredible stuff to be saying. A professional driver with all the driver licenses, he's carrying fuel destined for Dublin Airport, and he's driving in that manner.
Exasperated by his explanation, it's within the cop's power to take the vehicle off the road.
I'm going to give you a ticket for driving without due care and attention. It is penalty points and it is a fine. If that was some poor tourist there thinking there's something wrong with my car, I better stop, this man wants to talk to me. We'll be looking at ambulances now, if we're lucky. I'll leave you to it, sir. Take care.
He's got off lightly, but there's a final sting in the tail.
He's a registered driving instructor. You couldn't make that up.
The officers can take comfort that a potential disaster has been averted.